A 1 2 1 2. Check me out. It's your boy Glenn Lawrence. I am back with another episode of the Blerd Dad Podcast, a space where we like to have unfiltered conversations and nerd out about fatherhood. I'm so happy to be here with y'all. I'm so happy to be doing this. I'm so happy that I can share my stories, share what's going on in my life, and get some insight into what to do with these kids, how to raise them up right, and what I'm doing on my journey. Because hopefully it'll help you with your journey. That's the whole reason why we're here. That is why we are doing this thing. And I'm very excited to talk to our guest today. Listen, here's a little backstory. Last episode, there was some rap that happened. I am not proud of it. It was not great. It was not good at all. Actually, I needed to redeem myself and let everybody know that, hey, listen, sometimes bad rap happens, but we got good rap today. We're going to be talking with somebody who had to set the record straight, so y'all know that these bars weren't always trash. So our guest today is going to be Delmar Omega Obaji. But before I do that, before I bring him in, let me just give a shout out to our sponsors who always wrap you in the right gift. I'm talking about theymademewear.it. Yes, that's theymademewear.it. They're dog stylists for the everyday parent. It's a husband and wife team, and they're on a mission to help dogs discover their fashionable side. So whether it's an awesome Halloween costume, adorable dress, comfy jammies, or a custom designer gown, your fur baby will love wearing the latest fashions. I don't know what else to say. It's a great little company. Also, you should just realize when you're shopping in their store, you're contributing to Hope for Paws. It's an animal rescue organization that works tirelessly to rescue and save the lives of abandoned animals. I don't know what you're waiting for. You should have already been on the website. It's theymademewear.it. If you use code word Blerd, you will get 15% off your entire store just in time for the holidays. How about them apples? I like to get that out the way up front so we could really dig in to the conversation today. I know it's going to be a fun one. This is my homie. We go way back. We've done so many things together. I'm talking about my man, Omega. He was born in New York to West African parents. And then he started living in Northern Virginia from a young age. He spent years as an MC, actually doing the Making the Band DC audition. He ghost wrote for a few label artists. He spent a decade in the battle rap circuit, battling some of the most seasoned battle rappers out there. He's been all over the country doing it, even went to Canada, so he was rapping about maple syrup and maple leaves and everything. So he's run the gamut. He's also a budding screenwriter with a few small credits on his IMDb there for some independent projects. But most of all, and the thing that I think is the most dope, is that he is a married father of a 2-year-old boy, same age as my little boy. He's got a career in business process improvement and program management. And I hear that he cooks, you know what I'm saying? And that's something that we'll probably get into a little bit as well. But I'm talking to my homie. We go way back. We used to rap together. Let me bring him on here. Without further ado, Delmar Omega, what is happening, baby?
What's going on, brother? How are you?
I'm chilling, man. I know that was a long intro. But
Great intro. Thank
was
you.
it? I tried.
Thank you.
I try to do what I do, man. But it's good. It's good talking to you. It's good seeing you. I haven't seen you in a while. I don't think I've seen you since your show that I came out to. Remember the one in Tyson's?
Wow. That was like wow.
Bro, that was pre-pandemic,
That was probably 10 years ago.
Yeah, that's so long. But it feels like yesterday. You know what I mean? You haven't aged a day. Black don't crack. All that good stuff, man.
Of course.
How you been? What's good with you?
Man, I'm good, man. I'm here. I'm living life. I'm maturing as a creative, learning as a parent. You know what I'm saying? Learning as a husband. Just living life, man. I remember thinking, man, what's my life like going to be when I'm 40? And now I'm 40.
Right.
And I don't look nothing like what I thought about at 25.
Yeah. It's funny when you're young, like you'll say, like I hear it when I was substituting, kids would be like, he's old, he's 30. And I'm like, you have no idea how fast you're going to be 30. And now I'm like 40. And I was watching Headliners Only, the thing with Chris Rock and Kevin Hart. And they were talking about how, their parents like died and how his dad died at like 50 something, and I'm like, 50, bro, that's
Right
like
around the corner.
that's right around the corner.
Yeah.
I'm about to be a 50-year-old person talking.
Crazy.
Like, that's insane to me. And 50 seems so old, and now it's like 50 is the new 30. I feel like
I'm right there, man. It's crazy, bro. It's aging is fun sometimes.
yeah.
What's the adult level on your show?
I mean, it runs the gamut.
PG-13 show.
Conversation about parenthood. So these are here's the thing. I feel like this is a parenting show for parents who sometimes curse around their kids on accident.
Okay. All right. Listen, I just want to understand the level, because a couple 4 letters may slide out there just because.
You know what? I've tried to rebrand and be like, all right, I don't want to curse that much, but I'm just, I like to use all the colorful words in the English language, and sometimes the 4-letter ones are very apt for the situation.
That's actually a sign of intelligence, brother.
There you go.
I've read that is a sign of intelligence.
There you go.
So,
there you go. But yeah, whatever. Permission to speak freely.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, man, this is a beautiful thing that you have. I really appreciate watching you grow as a creative, brother, from a comedian to this, and really, it's a beautiful thing, man. I love watching creatives work, man, and just seeing people build and work on stuff together, man. So I really appreciate you having a platform like this.
Yeah, I try. When I started it out, it's one of those things. We're talking about like aging and whatnot, and then with that maturing, and then having the kid. And my idea was I wanted to be able to speak to him into the future. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If for some reason something happened, he will have like, what did dad think of me? He'll have all these episodes, all these things I talked about, so he'll know about that. Also, it helps give me some information on what I'm doing, get different perspective on things, think about things differently in terms of like, raising them and what other people use as techniques for their process of raising kids. And then sometimes just to have a conversation with another parent, sometimes you'll be out and you'll just be talking to another parent, and you just, sometimes y'all want to complain. Y'all want to complain about the things that y'all are going through.
Right.
But more than that, I thought to myself that, being a comedian, you always hear stereotypical jokes, right? It's not like I get mad at it, but it's out there, the stereotype that Black fathers aren't around, Black fathers aren't in their kids' life. I did want to have a platform where I could show that is not true, and then fight against that, because the thing is, the more people who see it be like, oh, Blerd Dad, like I know Black dads who are, you know what I mean, like involved in their kids' lives and whatnot. The Blerd Dad, he does that, and really kind of like change that narrative, change that stereotype or whatever. Talk to other Black fathers who feel the very same way, because in my life, all I know is good Black fathers. Yourself, you know what I'm saying? People that I do comedy with, my stepfather, my real father, like all the people that I know good Black fathers. So I wanted that to be the narrative, and if this can be one like brick in that wall, I wanted to be able to put that brick there. So in addition to say all the things I want to say to my kid into the future, that was one thing that I wanted to make sure happened as well. So who knows if I'm doing that right? It might be a brick that is discolored on that wall, but it is my brick.
Hey, we cannot expect perfection, just being perfect at attempting to be. Right?
Yeah. So you had a pandemic baby as well, right?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yeah,
all right.
My son is different. He's interesting, that young boy.
Is he?
Yeah, man. He really does everything when he wants to. So like right now, like I know we can talk, but he just doesn't want to. And I'll catch him by himself.
Yeah.
And then, hey.
And then he just clams up. Doesn't want to say nothing.
Why are you looking at me like an old man? You are only 18 months old.
Does he talk to mom?
No, he just doesn't. He took his time to walk. He took his time to crawl. Everything. He's just been like, I'll do it when I want to.
So he just sits over there, does his own thing. He's just chilling out.
He does his own thing. He'll come up. Okay.
Have you thought about this? Have you thought about what your demeanor and what her demeanor were like while she was pregnant?
Oh, of course. Yeah, I mean, obviously, even everything that we do on a day-to-day basis affects them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, his mom is gregarious. She likes to talk. Obviously, when I'm always
Right.
talking.
Right.
So people want me to shut up. So I don't know. We'll wait. We'll wait to see what goes on with him. But he's bright though. He's a very bright kid.
Yeah.
He
It's
loves
like
to read.
putting things together.
Oh no, he'll come. He'll take his book, bring the book over, and give it to you so you can read it. And then, like one time, his mom tried to check him to see if he knew what was going on, and had the book upside down. He turned it right side up. It was like, so yeah, man. He's a very bright kid, but he really just does everything when he wants to.
I love it. I love it, bro. I love it. It's good seeing all these different parents that have sprouted up from the pandemic. I like to laugh because I went into the pandemic single, you know what I mean, living in an apartment, chilling, and I came out of it married with a kid in a house.
Bro,
it's a totally like literally the me out of the pandemic is 100% like way different than the me that went into the pandemic,
bruh. Because a year before that pandemic, man, it wasn't looking like this. But I'm here on the opposite end, like you said, with a family and a legacy, and so yeah, man. I think what it did was people started to value every human exchange, right?
Yeah.
You started to value every human exchange. So it's like relationships died and then weird relationships flourished. You dig what I'm saying? Like different dynamic of relationships. So if you're always at work and then you're always with your friends and then you're kind of hanging and seeing somebody, the pandemic put you in this space where you went from seeing 10 to 20% of your time to 95% of your time with this person.
Mm-hmm.
And you really don't like this lady, or you really don't like this guy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Relationship explode. Some people got stuck together. Can you imagine how many relationships where somebody matched with someone on Tinder, like right before everything got crazy? And then they just kept talking and just kept talking. And then that's the only person you trust to come around.
Right.
COVID, I ain't got COVID.
Yeah, right. It's like you got snowed in, but for like a few years together.
For a couple of years. Yeah, you got snowed in for a couple of years.
It was because there was a moment where it's like everybody's like quarantined and you got to test and everybody's like very afraid. So you're right. There was like, okay, this person's in my bubble. I know they haven't done anything. So this is the person that I could hang out with. Like, because I know they're safe. But
STDs, who cares? COVID. Wow.
Here's what I think is wild about the whole thing too, is that there was never like a, hey, it's over. It's like we just gradually stopped caring.
It's like we just got to turn the page.
We just turned the page, and now we just start caring about other things. I think we all gave up when they said that there were aliens. We were like, "There's aliens." Okay, see now y'all playing.
How many people caught that? I think and I said that to somebody the other day. It was like, "Oh, freaking conspiracy theorists." I was like, "No, it was a news release."
It was in the New York Times. It was.
You didn't see it. It's not a conspiracy theory no more.
Everybody thinks you're talking about that crazy. I'm just
you voted for Trump. What? You vote.
Oh man, it's been a wild time. But from that time, from a crazy time, a lot of negatives or whatever. But from that time, I think sprouted a lot of great things in those relationships. Like the kids coming out of it. So that was dope, man. Here's a funny thing though. This is totally changing the subject or whatever. But one of the other reasons why I had you on, one, we had talked about doing it beforehand. So it wasn't just the fact of the last episode. But I don't know if you caught the last episode, but the last episode I was talking to a buddy of mine who's like, he said he's a hip hop improviser. So I was like, oh cool. Like I used to rap. So then we went and we rapped, and it was like not great. So I was like, that was so bad that I have to make sure that I bring somebody on who could vouch for me. That can say, nah, he used to have bars. It wasn't always that trash. He used to be all right.
So it's crazy. So if you go look me up, You'll see my resume is legit. I've got like over 30 battles on camera. I was in the music industry for almost 20 years. I've been rapping, you know. So the reason why I rap is actually this good brother here. He is the reason why I rap. So I used to be
inspiration. Hold on, let's just put a pin. Inspirational rapper.
Yeah. This is a very true story, right? So I used to be a poet. I used to have a little crew back in school. We used to hang together. You know what I'm saying? I was everybody's little brother. I was the little brother. You know what I'm saying? Annoying little brother, goofy, kind of, you know what I'm saying? Lanky, long arms, but he's short. Like, is he tall? Is he short? We don't know what's going on with him. But I had a cute little girlfriend. So
hey man, you had the pigeon toe walk too.
Yeah, pigeon toe walk, right?
Like you had a very distinct gait. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody knew your walk. That was the thing. It's like it wasn't a pimp stroll, it was the Delmar stroll. You know what I'm saying? And then as you got noticed, the Omega stroll. You know what I'm saying?
It works for me now. I grew into it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I was cool because I still had a cute little girlfriend. I was all right. You know what I'm saying? So they used to rap after school. I ain't rap, man. I ain't listen to rap music. You know what I'm saying? We in high school. I was like, I ain't listen to rap music. I used to sing at the time. So I wanted to be Usher. You know? All my friends want to be Wu-Tang and all that shit. So I'm just the dude. I used to be the dude like, all right, when you throw me on the hook, I'll sing the hook for you. I had no interest in rap. So my brother Glenn is battling one of my homies. And the name of the crew is Zone Squad. Zealous Ones Never End. Shout out to all my brothers. We still know each other.
Zone Squad.
Zealous Ones Never End. So my brother, you know, is rapping, battling Brother Glenn. And I don't remember the line before, but it did rhyme. It did rhyme. Okay. And he said, you know Zone Squad's whack because Delmar's in it. And the whole crowd looks at me. I'm standing there with my little girlfriend. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm standing there with her.
What I do?
At the school, I'm like, what I do? I don't even rap. And he practiced this shit. It wasn't freestyle.
Yeah,
he wrote it down. He knew what he was about to say.
Hey man, I apologize for that moment in time, but you listen, when I'm on the mic, bars, anybody can get it, you know what I'm saying? And the thing was, it was actually kind of vicious. And I remember because I think Zone Squad, Joel was in Zone Squad with you, right?
He was
white
cool
boy
with us, but he did his own thing, but he was cool. You know what I'm saying?
He was cool with it. But I just remember he was in it, and I remember he interviewed my sister to get like backstory on me, and I was like, it's on. It's like everybody. It's like, okay, if that's the case, I'm spinning the block on everybody. Everybody's getting it. Who's standing next to you? Him too. Everybody.
Out of nowhere, yo. I am lost. I am confused. I am puzzled. I'm shaky too because it's a heavy hit. You know what I'm saying? This one of boom. You know, oh shit! I wasn't even fighting.
Hey.
What happened? So I gotta recover.
Like,
I said, no, I gotta recover. Never written a rap before. Didn't even listen to rap before. I didn't listen to rap. I wanted to be Usher. You know what I'm saying? Wanted to be in a boy band. I could dance like Michael Jackson. I was ready. I was supposed to have Chris Brown career, but I was too dark. This is what I'm trying to tell you. But nah, so you know, I went and got a couple of rap.
Moonwalk when you pigeon toed.
Yes. So I go get a couple rap CDs. I get a Bone Thugs and Harmony, Art of War. I want you to hear this. This is I was like, give me the most eclectic rap CDs out. What was it, like 99?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? 98, 99, you know what I'm saying?
It's probably 97 because I graduated in 98. So it's probably 98, like so 97, 98.
Probably 98. Probably 97, 98. So I got the Bone Thugs and Harmony Art of War joint. I got like Jay's first joint. I got Busta Rhymes' first joint. I think I got something from Redman. And then, so I'm just listening. You know what I'm saying? I ain't drinking, smoking, doing anything at the time. I'm just listening, trying to pick up the pattern and the aggression. You know what I'm saying? I was already a poet, so I got it. You know what I'm saying? But rap is different. So I go to Joel. Great thing you brought Joel up because that white boy is serious. It's still very serious.
He's amazing. I might have to talk to him as well, because I'm not sure if he's still rapping, but
That's one of the best underground rappers I've ever heard in my life.
yo, I'm telling you, if people heard him like mainstream, they'd be like, yo, this dude is on. We had a lot of talent, just a lot of talent in a lot of different ways in our high school, in our class. I think that's why we're so also cocky, because everybody is so talented at the different things that they was doing, and at the level that we were doing it. It's just like, I feel like if we would have all grown up in Beverly Hills, we would have been the new.
Oh, we would have been the next generation of Hollywood.
Yeah, like everybody was amazing. Now we're saying that now, and people are like, "What?" But we'll see. I'm going to keep doing the comedy thing. Maybe I'll come up and do it. You keep doing anything. But I'm just like saying, I feel like we were super talented in all that we were doing. Anyway, Joe had crazy bars.
Yes,
and I think that was another reason why I brought you up, because I was like, I need hits everywhere, because I'm going against like he was the only person I ever lost to.
It was an elite. We had a little elite group over there, like, you know what I'm saying.
But
you had a little run. I remember you had a little run.
I was smashing everybody. I was smashing everybody, and I was like, "Yo, this is going to be the one this is going to be a tough one to get." And I was like, "I got to bring out everything."
This moment spawns an almost 30-year rap career. That, if you do your research, it is. I'm not an A-list celebrity. I'm like a L-list celebrity. I've done a couple of things. You might have seen them on Tubi, Netflix.
There you go. Okay.
Just a couple of things. But, ultimately what it is just this brother gave me a hobby that turned into like a lifelong dream and a hustle, man. And I got to tell you, man, thank you. Because, that really was a serious thing that I was involved in, man. And I tell people this story about me and you all the time. Everybody be like, yo, why you start rapping? I'm like, yo, funny as shit. My man, this is my man to this day. I said, my man, he did boom, 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 boom. Said, those spot rappers, Delmar in it. Everybody went by.
But here's the thing. Now I'm doing the comedy thing, right? And it's like, okay, that makes sense. He's a punchline, you know what I mean?
The timing. Listen, comedians are like battle rappers, yo.
It really is. Rapping and comedy are the same thing, because it's about punchlines. You know what I'm saying? It's about hitting that line that connects to the next thing. And rap, you do it one way, and comedy, you do it another way. And you sit on it, and you're trying to elicit. Like, I feel like in rap, you're trying to elicit and in comedy, you're trying to elicit ha-ha.
Yeah, same thing. You got to know when to drop it. You got to have the right setup. You got to have to be able to, because comedy, just like rap, we're using words. All the English words have been said and used in some way, shape, or form, fashion. So me using the English word and language to convey a message, I have to be creative. I have to deliver it in a new way. Everyone's gonna rhyme everything with everything. Right. How do you do it differently? You know what I'm saying? So, man.
I dig it, man. That was dope. I'm glad that you did that, and I didn't realize I had spawned that. I saw you coming up through battle rap, and in my mind, I was just like, "Oh, we all used to battle rap." He just kept going, and I didn't realize like, oh, there was like an impact. Which it goes to show you that your words and your actions impact people more than you know, and they can reverberate throughout generations. Even what I mean, like small impacts. So be mindful of what you're saying and what you do. But when you told me that, it made me be more mindful of like things that I say to people, especially like when I'm on stage or whatever, and like people will say like, oh, I get hecklers or whatever, and are you going to roast them?
If you make more me's, you need an award.
We know what?
If you can make more me's, you need to be given an award for it.
I know, bro. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to inspire. I'm trying to make things happen. But I think it's dope that something that I still take pride in. There are a couple things in my life that I talk about in like a prideful manner, and those after school, high school battle raps were one of them. And I think to myself, because in that moment I was like shy about my creation, like things that I wrote, and battle rap gave me a like, okay, a little oomph to do a little bit more, right? So it was like the first time I would write something and then put it out for the world to listen to. And then, or, you know, the world, of course, is our high school. So I put it out for the high school. People are liking it to the point where I have curse words in there. And then the teachers are like sitting around listening. I'm like, oh, I don't want to curse. I don't want to get suspended. And they're like, yo, what the fuck you say that shit? And then I'm just like, oh, okay. And then, you know, having the freedom with it. But it's super cool to know that it, you know, just it inspired all this stuff between us. I actually pulled you up on Verse Tracker, bro. This is like, you know.
Oh yeah. I'm up. Yeah.
He's up there on Verse. Hold on, let me pull. They
don't have all my battles under the right name though. So
they don't. Yeah. Should I pull it up? Should I look at it real quick?
Yeah, I mean, dude, I don't care. Like, I'll tell you, if you want to throw a battle on, I'll give you a couple that really stand out that you'd be like, oh, okay, that was crazy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I got a couple. You could go Omega O-MEGA versus
they have you on the wrong joint. Look at that.
But that's me. You see me down there in the you know, I battled a couple of cats. So go to the one. Yeah, you see that one right there with me in the purple jacket?
Here?
Yeah.
Okay. Ace Spades. This is you killed him. Should I put it on?
Yeah, go ahead. We can watch a round or two. You know what I'm saying?
Let's see what we're talking about right here. Oh, okay. Oh, you gotta log in to watch it.
No, do you?
No, you don't.
Yeah, now you.
I'm wrong. I'm old.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. They going basic on it too, huh? Trying to show what it do.
Yeah, this is I took a trip to North Carolina. Some people know.
Now look at you, bro. Look at this. You got the bandana on like you were coming through for a robbery.
Niggas on Mega, genius shit, terrorists, 116 for the 6 Black Ops. Let's go.
Hey man, Lord Penn, new slang order, man. All right, man.
So you want?
Oh shit.
Yo, listen. Oh, they had you. Oh, okay. Southern hostility. Okay.
Yeah.
How many rounds did this go?
3. It's 3 rounds.
3 rounds. Okay.
North Carolina, what up? Right. See, the terrorists is my clique. Niggas love wasting material on the name. Like, how can you have Muslims in the group? And there's a band underway. He'll probably do ISIS and Al-Qaeda flips. I gotta pretend to be blown away, but my squad full of ticking time bombs. This just my Joker's phase, and I'm managing with this surgical aim. Me Dr. Strange, nigga, you wrote a book about nothing. Nigga, you wrote a book about nothing. I say nothing because I know you ain't do it for the check. That bitch went from $10 to $7 online. That means 100 copies have been sold yet. But when I read the title, Hip Hop for My Soul, King, you earn my respect. But I'm gonna do this brother like that book cover. First he see the bone, then a box push out his chest. Nigga. You see, I ain't read that shit, my nigga. I ain't read it. And I know that they didn't eat. But this is still a king's death. Sniper vision. James Earl Ray was spraying through his peepers. He marked on the balcony for trying to see hey. A headshot is how we deal with nigga preachers. Nigga, welcome to the Clockwork Orange. Nigga, this Clockwork Orange worried about more violence. Omega, old nigga in the DMV that's no L's and still driving, stick shaking. His number get called out, real line, clip, all in his head like stop shining. I make him disappear with the nickel, son. That's twins out. I'm running through the hallway, Jack, like ask about me. His fam dying. Like ask about me. His fam dying. They say Omega talk too much. They don't care who like or agree with it. But I'm allowed to say whatever the fuck I want.
Go to
that was your fault for getting your feelings
9 minutes.
When you were reading it, okay? So you used to sell dope.
Mark.
What you want me to say? Thanks.
12-minute warning.
Nigga, I hustle too. I had Graham smacking niggas like, don't you lie to me, Frank. You a real
listen, this is listen, I think battle rap is some of the funniest stuff, like art form out there. Just how you have like a whole crew of people behind you just to like hype or whatever thing, and then you see like how their reactions are to you get like instant reaction. I feel like battle rap and comedy are the things that your art form gets instant reaction on whether it was solid or not.
Right. But see, that's what puts the pressure on, because imagine standing up there for about 9 minutes and you don't hear none of that. You know what I'm saying? That's like knowing you bombed your set, right? Like not one joke landed.
Nothing. No bar whatsoever.
Boom,
landed.
Boom. Crickets.
But that's what is the biggest show that you've done?
The biggest show that I've done was probably when KOTD told me to come to Canada and battle on KOTD.
Oh, nice.
Now, that's not the biggest event that I've done. Like, I've done larger events where a lot of people were here. So I battled on the card with some of like battle rap legends. Murder Mook hosted the card. Mm-hmm. Tink the Demon was on the card. Ty Law was on the card. So I was one of the opening battles. It's crazy because you see what's his name from I told you I did the Making the Band shit. So you see Ness from Making the Band is hosting my battle.
Oh,
and
nice.
You see him reacting to me. I wish I told you to actually play that one. That was crazy.
Oh,
if you look it up, it's Omega versus Dreams, and you see Ness from the Bad Boy audition, like going crazy during my round. I just really it's been an interesting ride. Is all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, like a long time coming. All that.
An interesting ride. Yeah, I think I did. Me and I don't know if you know Matt. We got on that song for the Netflix movie Power. So I don't know when that came out, like two years ago. So
what?
Yeah, so that Power movie with Jamie Foxx. What's his name? White dude. He's in the movie too. Really young cat. He looks young. He was in Inception. G. Gordon Levitt. He has an app.
Yeah.
G. Gordon Levitt. He has an app called Hit Record. So on Hit Record, he has a collective of artists from all over the globe, and they create these contests, these contribution things where you contribute to the project, and then sometimes it gives you a reward. This one was to actually be involved with the song that's tied to the movie Power. So there's that. I've been involved with writing teams that have done bigger projects, but that type stuff, I can't take individual credit for.
I mean, if you're part of a team, bro, you're still like, the work is what got you onto the team. You know what I mean? You're still there, doing your thing as part of the team. What are your thoughts on like your son and like battle rap or whatever artistic endeavor, and if he sees dad doing the things? Have you ever thought about that? Like, what is he going to take from your artwork?
I did a closing rap album, which you can find on Spotify, that I think is very appropriate. I would play it for him. I actually played parts of it when I was making it, when my wife was pregnant with him.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So like the music and different parts of it, I would play it for him, with the little thing you could put on their belly and stuff like that. So
right.
Play little parts of it. And that album is very clean. It's very mature. It's more like my farewell to the aggressive side of hip hop, the different elements and parts of me, that I'm sealing away kind of in like this verbal time capsule. You know what I mean? I'm kind of like sealing all this experience and all this pain into the this verbal time capsule, and sealing it away. Now the battle rap, I'm concerned because that's a whole different person. That's not Daddy. That's hopefully not a Daddy he meets. But no, that's not Daddy. So it's good. It's good. I do believe that he should see the creativity in it, especially like the other things that I've done, and that I hope he plans on seeing. Like some of the hopefully more of the film stuff, and then I used to be a fashion stylist. Like my son is going to look his dad up and find out a lot of things, and then be like, what? So like,
that was a Renaissance man. You were a chef for a minute too, right?
What?
You were a chef for a minute too.
Yeah, and I'm a trained chef. I managed restaurants for over a decade. My son is gonna be like, this man was, just wow. And I feel like I did it in a sense of everything that I've learned prepared me and molded me to be the father he's gonna know, and hopefully that's good. That is good. So, we're just here, man. Just here being parents, brother.
That's dope. Yo, I actually pulled it up. I pulled up Supernova Battles, present Omega versus Dreams.
Oh, yeah. If you want to play a little bit of that, we could do that. And, real
Where
quick.
at? What? Give me a minute marker.
Let's see. Go to like I think it's like the 5-minute mark, maybe. I need to see it real quick.
Okay, I got you. Look, I got you. We right there.
Sorry about the background. We parents over here, bro.
Hey, look, it's not. It's real. I think I'm about where it is. Hold on, let's see.
Now, but you hear bench warming, yawning, hoping Coach Maestro called
You can go up a little
My
bit.
youngest a terrorist said it was chef time. Cook him the mission.
This is near the end.
Go back to the beginning.
Yeah, go back to the beginning.
Like, what that mean? That's a drive-by. I ride it with the windows down. So pissed I got headaches. My team blacking off the chain. I pay my killers a slave wage. I tell them, aim until you see the whites in his eyes. They let the lead spray. Like, fuck keeping dreams alive. Martin been dead for decades.
Oh, wow.
Let's go. I made y'all to be buzzers. That's the beginning of the Wu-Tang Triumph song. Or what y'all thought y'all wasn't going to be. Oh, no, another one. Chop up behind my back. Still within reach, I'm not the call. I made a gut this fuck. Then pull his intestines through his shirt like, that shit'll look like a revenant chainsaw. No tough shit. You got gray hair, my nigga. Probably have a heart attack soon as the gun's drawn. This weapon singing, slow jamming like an old school love song. You see, we here for the Mrs. Jones. My side piece down in case the main one, Mrs. Jones. This gun butt. Rock faces like tattoos. Watch this pussy change, bro, to see Erica Badu. This is suicide mission, Dreams. You see this bomb? It got a fail safe. It'll catch your men sleeping. Turn your team to blind thieves. You don't even catch you. This little setup's a kidnapping. For me to get money, they had to feel safe. You look mixed, Dream. You see, I understand a mixed dream is tough in America. Black versus white all the time. Can't find a side to pick, Dream. Wow. You see the look on his face? You see his breath leave? Prom night for the virgin feeling? That shit'll crush dreams. Go! Come back. This is your fourth comeback to battle rap. Nigga, what's your marketing move? You use white jokes against these mics. That's you darker than you. The shot will leave him on an IV in the ER, son. Ain't it ironic you look like Tyrone Lue? Shot IV, ER. Son, you should be coaching now. Son, you should be coaching now. But you hear bench warming, yawning, hoping Coach Maestro call on you. My youngest a terrorist said it was chef time. Cook him the mission. I said, I got him. I leave his face missing. Said they. I'll cook him in front of his baby mama. They like, what that mean? I'll cut his onion and spit it off the blade, nigga. Welcome to Benny Hines.
That's at the bottom. He's in the corner.
Hey, listen. Yo, he said, killed his dream. Martin's been dead for decades. What?
Yeah, because his name was Dreams.
Yeah.
Yeah, so his name was Dreams, and he used to rap, right? So he used to rap, then he quit, then he came back to rapping. So I was like, fuck keeping dreams alive. Man, Martin been dead for decades because everybody was like, take it easy on him.
Yeah, it's like
take it easy on him.
Yeah, that's crazy because a lot of times bars have deeper and deeper meanings or whatever, and just I don't know. There was no deeper meaning to that dream. That dumb one. That one was surface level. That one did not make it. But no, it's cool seeing you out there like doing your thing. What's interesting? I wish comedy had like the same thing. Like if I was building up a joke and cooking, I wish people would be like, oh.
But you do, you get that, like you get that, and then you get the clapping.
Yeah, you get a little laughter here, a little giggle here.
Yeah, like you. I think what it is with comedy, it's when you see people they're still plugged in, right? Because I wanted to try comedy, like right, and it's funny because like right when I first started seeing you doing your thing, I was like, wow, man, I really wanted to try comedy because I started to learn the math of it, like the math of it, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then I was like, no, that's a different kind of delivery. That's a different kind of timing. That's a different kind of like, you have to be able to pad an entire story and a lifeline and a character and all that into a very short time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And also with battle rap, your energy is on full spray.
Right.
With comedy, you got to direct the spray, you know what I'm saying? And it's got to be, you almost got to be surgical with it in terms of like when you let it go and how you let it go, because you're trying to elicit a very specific response.
Right.
So it's a little bit of a different thing, but I think battle rap, I know from personal experience, it definitely prepares you for that type of situation. Speaking of prepare for types of situations, like did your little one, do you see like inklings of what he might want to do in terms of like in terms of art, performance art? Because I'll tell you right now, my little dude is definitely like wants to entertain, and I can see in him he's got comedic timing because he's talking right now. He's talking a lot, as a matter of fact, and at the right time, he's got the right inflection on things, and he's got comedic timing already. And I'm like, I already see it. He's already got like if he gets you and he gets a laugh, he's like, okay, and then he'll like know to keep going. And I'm like, okay, I know what you're doing here. Cut it out. All right.
Yeah. So my son, right? He's very slick. All right. So he's very slick, and I don't want slick to seem deceptive, but remember I told you he was bright earlier. Mm-hmm. So what he used to do, man, is he knew he could game his mom. You know what I'm saying? So he would fake cry, fake tantrums, fake things. Like this is way like 9 months old, 10 months old, and I tell my wife, look, he's playing with you. I said, where like as soon as he gets what he wants, he straightens out. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I think ultimately he's about to come out. He's about to come out and eat his dinner. So maybe I'll grab him really quick. And after he eats, and he has a perfectly messy face, sure, that I'll show him.
Bring him out. Bring him out.
Yeah. So what he does is you can hear him in the background now. I've seen he likes to beat. And the other day I caught him making a rhythm actually. Like, because he did something more than twice. Okay. You know what I'm saying? He did something more than twice. He went like, boom, 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 boom. And then he did the bum, 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 bum. I said, oh, wait a minute. This is
what that is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
okay.
And that's a thing. Like, if he's not talking, he might be listening. You know what I mean? He's listening to the world, taking in all the things that are happening around him, and being able to put that out in like a different format. Because look, my dude, as much as he's like good comedic timing or whatever, he is not about putting a rhythm together or any of that.
Yeah. He's starting to because he's like 19 months old, so he's still working through the verbalizations of everything, you know what I mean? But he definitely, he's bright, man. I'm looking at him now. He's bright, man. My son has always, since we knew he was retaining information, he's always been an observer. Mm-hmm. Like he'll observe and then react.
Yeah.
You know? He'll
Yeah.
observe and then react. So it's like, I noticed that. I was like, oh, he's paying attention to the world around him. You know what I mean? Definitely paying attention to the world around him. So
That's good. Have you thought about how you're going to inspire him and like to do certain things, or how you're going to motivate him? Because I feel like motivation is one of those things that I am thinking about, like how am I going to get him motivated to do certain things, because I'm already starting to see personality traits, and I'm like, all right, I got to figure out an adjustment to that, or audible for the situation.
Right. Well, I mean, ultimately with him, I will always instill that you can be the best, and that you're going to be at everything, but it takes work. Like, I'm going to tell him, like, I've had enough experience trying to do things that are new to me, that I'm telling you, every time you step into an arena, it takes work.
Right.
Every time you step into an arena, it takes work. So, it's like, I'm steering him in whatever direction. I want to put him in like some type of, martial arts early, like maybe about 3 years old, something that you can really just open him up to learning discipline in a mild format early on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A mild format early on. In that discipline, he'll learn structure, he'll learn organization, he'll learn expectation. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because there's nothing deeper about being a creative than the expectations that you have for yourself. You are your own litmus test. You are your own litmus test. So if you don't have the passion, conviction, and drive to make sure you get done what you say you can get done, don't expect anyone else to buy into it. Because you're going to spend many a day, many a night, many an hour, many a week of people that you think who should believe in you not believing in you. So you better learn belief in self. You better learn
that. Yeah, listen, that's a bar right there.
Yeah,
like,
you gotta be your biggest fan.
Like, if you're not, you're gonna spend the time thinking about somebody else who should have put you on or done something else, and then when you're doing that, you're not ever analyzing, have I done everything I need to do? You know what I mean? Like, am I writing like I need to write? Am I, posting, or whatever it is your field? Are you doing the things that you need to do to be better, instead of worrying about, oh, this person needs to look out for me, or this person needs to do this, or why don't they recognize, or why don't I get booked on this, or why don't I got this show? Why won't this person battle me? And you haven't even done the thing. So that's the biggest thing, and that's one of the things. Definitely got to keep my head straight in terms of the comedy thing, just to make sure that I'm staying on top of it, staying funny, staying right, and coming up with new stuff and being able to deliver. Because when you get the opportunity, you want to be able to take advantage of it. Right. I feel like that is something that we need, like, instilling in our kids is going to be difficult, because it is not the world that is being created right now. That is not the world that's being laid out before them. You know what I mean? Like, everything's like instant gratification. Like, you know what I mean? Like all that discipline and stuff is not the norm, for, even though that's how things have been for years and years, and how to get ahead. That's how you do it. That's not the world that's being laid out before them now.
No, not at all. I mean, we have a world. Hold on real quick, bro.
I like how we do parenting during the Blerd Dad podcast. We make sure that we're still parents, even if we're giving the interview. We still got to be like, hey, look.
Yeah, I apologize, brother. But no, just yeah, man. What was ask me the question again? I'm sorry.
Just in terms of we want to instill the discipline in our kid and let them know, like, hey, you got to focus in on yourself and get things created yourself, and really look at yourself to make sure that you're where you need to be, regardless of if people see the value in it or give you the kudos that you think you deserve. Make sure that you're still working, not worrying about them giving you stuff, and giving them discipline. However, that is not the world that is being laid out before them. Everybody else is getting this idea of I deserve to be this, that, and the other, and given things and instant followers, and things should just come easy. And we're trying to instill in them like, no, you got to work for it, you know? Right?
Yeah. So
You all right?
Yeah. No. I'm good. But yeah, man, this world that our kids live in, right? It gives them the inclination that they can do a lot of everything, but it doesn't tell them how to do it. They don't tell them it doesn't tell them the real stuff that they need to get it done. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't give them the ultimate truths. So it's like, they have to do it because that's what sells their products. That's what sells their buy-in into the American dream. That's what sells your buy-in into Hollywood, into music. You have to value that setup, that ability to acquire that American dream, that fantasy, right? Mm-hmm. So they're giving our kids different opportunities. A kid can play video games all day and be a millionaire. You can snowboard your whole life and you can be a millionaire. You can lift weights all day. You can go on YouTube and lift weights all day, and you can have a multiple six-figure salary enough to take care of your family simply because you're good at working out. But the difference is that behind that is organization, plans, manuals, you know what I'm saying, institutions of understanding how marketing and branding goes. I've been doing this thing in some kind of vein for 20 years at this point. Throwing parties, making music, being a fashion stylist, doing this, doing that. Why? Not because of what I'm doing, because people like me. So even when you've grown too old to listen to my music, you can still patronize me as a in-home private chef.
Boom.
You see what I'm saying? Yep.
Yep.
So because you like me, you've bought into who Omega is or who Delmar is, whoever you know me as to be. You've bought into who that is, that brand. And a lot of people don't realize that it's branding. And that's what they don't teach the kids, is branding. And that's the hard part. That's the hard work. Where do you get the consistency of support? Where do you get the respect for your creativity? It's a bunch of things, but that's what gives you the grit. Yes.
And the thing about it is, where you get that is by working hard, right? Like you having the discipline is where you build that, where you can get people to buy into those things.
Yep.
And I think that's the key, man. That's a gem right there. Here's the deal. On the Blerd Dad Podcast, we always like to ask the blerding question, where we like to ask, what do you nerd out about? Now, you are one of many Renaissance men that we've had on before, and you have so many different varied interests. But if I had to boil it down and say, what do you, Delmar, Omega, Obaji, what do you like to nerd out about? What do you blerd out about?
Oh man, listen, I want to. Okay, it's hip hop by default.
Okay,
but if there's something that, like, who are some of the best dancers in history? Like,
word
hip hop dance, man. Listen, this is one of the secret things, man. Like, everybody, you a battle rapper, you do hip hop, boom, 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 boom. Listen, I'm watching YouTube videos of hip hop dancers all over the world late at night when I can't sleep.
Nice.
You know, crumpers, famous crumpers. I'm like, what? Because you see, you know what's crazy? I was thinking about this today, and I think you're gonna relate. I used to be able to dance, man. I mean, dance. I wasn't just good. I could.
I wish I could relate. I can't relate because I could never dance well. I could only two-step.
Listen, bro, I used to be able to dance. I'm watching the things these kids do on TikTok and everything that's trending, and I'm like, I feel like I'm not coordinated enough to do that. And I'm like, but I can dance. Why does this look so hard? Why does it look so hard? So I feel like I'm getting older. The less and less I can be able to dance, because I remember watching my parents
back in the day.
Back in the day, they could dance. Not anymore.
No, it's not. It's totally different.
It's the
yeah, you just hit the shoulder thing. Hey, by the way, since I have an interracial child or whatever, I've been trying to get ahead of the whiteness. So I'm making sure that he can move his hips as opposed to dance with his shoulders. You
That's
know,
terrible. That's terrible.
like anytime I see him like moving or dancing, I grab his head. Like, you got to move those. Those are what's gotta.
You gotta get him. You gotta get him in there.
I gotta make sure he gets it in there. Yo, who are some of your favorite dancers?
Oh man, Michael Jackson, Chris Brown, Usher. When we do like, of course, all the elements of breaking. You know what I'm saying? Breaking 1 and 2, electric boogaloo. You know what I'm saying? The thing about what it is about hip hop dancing is that like it really is like the culture. The culture earlier was like hard, stiff, rough, and popping and rock. So now the kids, their generation is still hip hop, but they do these prescription drugs. They're a little looser. They're chilling, you know what I'm saying? So it's like their dance moves are completely different. It's like,
have you ever seen the new dance moves? It just seems like they're just shaking their body and
right.
Like, I just
I'm like, okay. I mean, it's fire though. Like when I watch it, it's fire. It's
like here's the move. When I first saw this move, I was like, oh, that just feels like you don't know what to do with your body. Whenever they do this,
yeah,
like when they reach back, bam, it's like you just don't know how to do your body, right? But that's a move now. That's a move. I'm old. I'm not the one who's right in this situation, but that's just what I think. I'm like, oh, you had a lot of extra energy, so you just threw it.
yeah, man. And then we're getting regional, like really, we get to really see regional dances now. So the stuff, the leg work they be doing in Chicago, and then the crumping from out Cali and stuff like that. I really be up late at night, man, just finding like one dance video and it hooks you.
Yeah,
because they'll get you in, man. It'd be like one person, you're like, oh, that's cool.
By the way, did you see this dance online? This one came out this week. Let me see if you've seen this dancer before, and just tell me where you rank this dancer in your hierarchy of dancers. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. You see?
I mean, consistency. Wipe me down. Let's go. Wipe me down. Let's go.
Wipe me down.
Get the shoes. Listen, man. That was not only was that legendary, that was monumental. That was jaw dropping. I'm gonna drop them all, brother. Like, see the thing. Like I said, man, it's all we gotta do is enjoy life, man, with these kids. I think so.
That's so good.
What?
No, but here's the other thing that's crazy. Like I did that dance, and a lot of people come like, "Oh man, I saw you dancing. That was great." But I'll put out a lot of comedy content and won't get any like response or anything. But then I do a dance, and they're like, "Yo, that was great." I'm like, "So I just gotta dance now."
Man, the human attention span, bro. I'm telling you, the human attention span. You know what I learned a long time ago, brother. When people watch you do something, no matter how good you do it to a level at, sometimes they will tune out. They'll tune out. And it's not their fault. It's the human. So you could still you're dropping dope comedy. And then the person saw the first 3, first 4, first 5. By the time they get to number 12, and you're now at your peak, everything, timing, visual, everything is perfect, right? And then you're like, yo, did you watch that? Like, and you could tell they didn't, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You could tell they didn't watch it.
They checked out by then.
Yeah. So what it is they checked out. And it has nothing to do with the product you're putting out. It's just that the human brain works a particular way. So sometimes you can do something like change your visual marketing.
That's we're actually wrapping up season 2 of the Blerd Dad Podcast. As a matter of fact, I think you may either be the last episode of season 2 or the second to last episode of season 2. So we might be closing it out on you. But yeah, that's what we're looking at, trying to change things up, because I think we have some good things in here. We have some fun in the episode. You know what I mean?
Right.
We like us, we say some things that are fun and funny, and then we have some things that are poignant and good lessons and whatnot.
Right.
But we're going to change up the visual so people actually get it, because I feel like people don't really see it because they've tuned out, because we're doing it often. So you get that consistency, but then people tune out. But then you get new people who like roll in and like it. And of course, you know, I feel like where we come from, Northern Virginia and everything, everybody's kind of like there, it's a hard bar, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like we're very we when I say critique, it's not critique heavy, but we just aren't impressed by much. You know,
Right.
I think it's because everybody, you know, people out here, they had money. We live around like Redskins and Washington Wizards, and you know what I mean, like professional sports athletes. All these people who have like, you know, huge defense contractors, so they got super big house. So nobody here is impressed by anything.
Right. Right.
So nobody in this area is impressed by it. So no matter what you're doing, I'm like, yo, I go out and I perform with really, really, you know, big comedians. They're on the, like, I don't care. I don't know.
My house has an elevator in it. It's cool.
My house has an elevator in it. I don't care. So true.
And
that,
that's the issue of growing up in this tax bracket and having to grow up and live in this tax bracket, but in a point in time where no one really actually lives that tax bracket.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
But I think it's given us a eye for like being great and not like settling for bullshit. Like we know what is actually good. You know what I mean?
Right.
I had a show out at Bungalow Lake House out in Sterling or whatever, and you know, a bunch of people from high school came through, and I wasn't really like nervous because I'm like, I know what I can do like on stage. So I wasn't really nervous, but it was like I did think about. I was like, damn, like this, you know, this might be difficult or whatever. And one of the things I was thinking on stage was like, these niggas, they did not come out here to see me be funny. They came out here to see me fail. Like. But also that is the negativity within me, like springing up. You know what I mean? And it may be accurate, but I think they do want to see you succeed, but they're fully expecting you to fail.
Yeah, they don't mind if you fall.
They don't mind if you.
Yeah, that's the reality of it. That's human beings. See, that's the buy-in that the customer gives. Like, I don't know this product, even though I know this person. I don't know this product. So they're like, oh, I'll come to your party or I'll come to your thing. Come to your show. I'll come out. I'll pay the little $20, you know, and then they come, you know, and then you know, because remember I used to own a battle league in our area, so you know I used to host events. That's really what brought me to battle rap in the first place, just throwing battle rap events, you know. So, you know, it's like they'll come to it and then they'll be surprised you put out a good product.
Right.
You know?
Right.
They'll be surprised you put out
happily
something.
Surprised though. Everybody was like, yo, that was dope. We got to come to more. And it's like, you like earn that like notch of like, oh, he's legit. Like he does it. I know him and he's legit. Is, you know what I mean? Where it is now.
Yeah.
So, here's one more dance joint. This time is for real. Check this out. I don't know if have you seen these kids?
Oh yeah, the Africans.
Oh yeah, they be getting it. Look at it. Wow.
Yeah.
Open the door. Oh, I gotta go.
That's Michael. Forward Michael.
Yeah, look, they got them all in the background dancing.
Yeah.
Get it. Bop. Pop it. Lock it.
You know what's great here?
What's that?
These kids know the power of branding, the marketing. They really keep you constantly entertained. You know what I'm saying?
Music going on too, man. Yeah, they do. They market very well.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they got like their platinum plaque or whatever from YouTube
or
like
whatever.
Super cute, and they're very like expressive in terms of like how they do things. And look at that. That's a great little showcase right there, bro.
It is. I
think that's awesome.
It definitely is.
So listen, we gotta probably wrap it up. I know you gotta get things. You gotta get to these kids and make sure they get put down. And I'm sure your wife's looking at you like, I thought you said you'd be off by now.
Almost there.
Yeah, so I don't want to get you in trouble. But I need you to tell people.
She's been dealing with me and my creative because I do a couple things still. So she's kind of used to some of it.
All right. Well, number one, y'all got to come out to a show. Y'all got to, you know what I'm saying?
I will.
Get a babysitter, come out to a show. When I'm prepared to, because sometimes, I'll put up like a show, a mic or something I'm doing. I'm like, it's just a mic. I'm like practicing. And then people will come to that. And I'm like, no, come to an actual show where I'm ready to show out. But that just reminds me,
at least like
every time you put on
a week and a half to 2 weeks ahead of time. Do you know?
Yeah.
You got to tell me then.
Yeah, I got one coming up. Actually, I'm doing a New Year's Eve show This is the
Really?
first time I'm performing on New Year's Eve, and
Where at?
that's going to be in Woodbridge, or I'm sorry, this is going to be in Alexandria.
Okay.
So that's coming up, and then I'm headlining a show in Woodbridge on the 26th of January. So that should be
I'll come to the January 26th one.
Yeah, come out to the January 26th joint. I'm gonna be headlining. I'm gonna have a bunch of jokes in there. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna have a good time.
Yeah.
I'll send out all the things. But enough about me. Tell people where they can find you and what you got coming up in the near future.
I got a couple things going on. One, I have a TikTok show. If you are on TikTok, I do have a TikTok show, so you'll catch my TikTok show every Tuesday and Thursday. The show is about the social constructs of the Black community devised from our pop culture. So basically what we're looking at is we're looking at Black film, and then the next season will be Black television, and then the next season will be Black music. And we dissect all of the subliminal stereotypes, attitude, and attributes that they put into our content and how they wanted us to exhibit in the culture. So, we kind of have this fake Black male and Black female gender war going on right now, right? And it's been constant. It's been built constantly via the media and pop culture, right? Mm-hmm. So the best way to have this conversation without everyone being triggered and traumatized and gender bias and patriarchy and oppression and boys will be boys, all this crazy foolish colloquialisms and ass backwards thinking, that we have a conversation about the very same things, but we're doing it using our pop culture. So a movie like Waiting to Exhale or Boomerang or Love Jones, the Black relationships you see there, the concept of In Waiting to Exhale, all of these Black women who are seemingly related all have these toxic relationships with white women who are randomly placed into the love stories of the men in their lives. You have
Right.
she don't even have a man, but her son with a white woman. Then you get another woman. She's divorced. Her husband meets a handsome, successful Black man in a hotel somewhere, and he can't be with her because he's married to a white woman, died from cancer. And it's just, where did these random white woman is the enemy tropes come in Black film? To where now we've been hearing for 30 years, Black women are saying they fear Black men running away with a white woman. And it's not, there's nothing wrong with interracial relationships. It's the concept that this is a negative in our community, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's the concept that there is something wrong. Black men are toxic and destructive for finding love somewhere else. And then we get into the Black upper class. We've never really seen that until we get to like the 90s and in Boomerang and Love Jones. And you see these educated Black moving and shakers, the social constructs of people, and the expression of Black wealth. Then I did like School Days, HBCU, Black college experience, Pan-Africanism, all of these things. So we really look at these movies, and then we have a conversation about it. And then I do have an album out, Omega the Ballad.
That's right. Is it the Ballad of Bobby Johnson?
Yeah.
The Ballad of Bobby Johnson.
Yeah.
Hold on. Because I brought it up. I look. There we go. I actually listened to it. It actually was good. I was like, yo, this is some good cruiser music right here.
Thank you.
This is good. I really rock with it. It's funny because on social media, people will share things, right? And I make it a point, even though I'm doing everything that I'm doing, and I could just focus on what I'm doing and trying to put out what I'm doing and share what I'm doing. I make it a point if I see somebody else's stuff to like just share it, because I feel like it's very, very simple. It's very, very easy in the course of the day. And it's amazing to me. Not that I'm saying in a negative way that people don't do that, but I'm just like, it seems like very easy that people could just like also share like people's stuff. But I have no problem doing that, especially when it's as good as something like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It was a project that took me like 2 years, and actually the producer, and also a BRHS graduate, he produced the whole album. Eric Grussel, it's a project where it's like it's a testament to the hip hop, the era that I grew up listening to. It's very 90s and early 2000 energy, but it has a new age revamped delivery, flow. Like I'm really I'm a bar guy. I'm a rapper. I'm an MC. I don't do I can be the cadences and the cuteness and all. I can do all that, but I'm bars.
Right.
That's what I do. I do bars.
Straight bars. No harmonizing, just bars with it.
Yeah, I do bars, man. So, I've been making music a long time. And so with this album, I kind of came to a point where I was like, I'm growing out of this man that I became, right?
Yeah.
And that's really what the album is. Bobby Johnson is the man I used to be. You know what I'm saying? So and it ends with my marriage to a song about my marriage to my wife, and then me giving my life back to God. So this album really starts at a high note, pimp, player, hustler energy. That's the energy, because that was the mindset. Go get her about mine. Boom, 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 and you descend into this album. Then you hit the ending note, the crash, and then you hear the crescendo. You know what I mean? The return back to glory. So that was like my goodbye to hip hop, because I'm here with fatherhood, and husbandry, and
this is a different.
And beefing up my 401k and getting all these life insurance policies and buying property. That's what the thought process is.
Man, listen, nobody wants to hear about you getting life insurance policy in your bars. You know what I mean? Nobody wants to hear you rap about Aetna and Blue Cross Blue Shield. At all, man. Like, nobody wants to hear about any of that. Nobody wants to hear United Healthcare as a punchline.
Exactly. Who wants to talk about you counting 3 extra gray hairs on your head this morning?
Exactly.
Nobody cares
wants that. Nobody wants to hear about MetLife when you're doing your
exactly.
Yeah. So tell which the social media people can reach you. How do you want people to reach you?
All right. So on TikTok, if you do have TikTok, it's Omega B_K ZS 21. And then if you want to follow me on Facebook, it is Del space OB. Del space OB. You'll see me and my handsome son up there when you add me. And then you can check out the album. Omega. I'm on Tidal, Spotify, YouTube Music, any place where digital music is streamed and sold. That's where I am. So you can type in Omega, the Ballad of Bobby Johnson. And if you want to see my old ratchet, rude, disrespectful, before I was saved ways, you can go to YouTube.
Battle rap ways.
You can go to YouTube and type in O-MEGA verses, and you have to put battle rap, because there's a whole bunch of anime and all type of other stuff that'll come up at first. But if you put battle rap, you should get at least 15 to 20 of my battles that come up. So
there you go. It's dope. It's real, man. I used to do it. I used to have bars. I don't have them anymore. And this is a testament to that. Would have spawned a great battle rap career, and I think even spawning the the continuation of that, going into talking about pop culture and talking about Black culture. And I really like the thing that you were talking about in terms of having an interracial relationship. For instance, like I feel I have an interracial relationship, but I'm also trying to do something right now to fight a stigma and stop a stereotype
about the Black community
that I feel like is super harmful. But if you ask anybody, it's like, oh, you did that thing, so you can't possibly help the cause of. And I'm like, that to me makes no sense. Like, we don't get better with that mindset. That's just how I'm thinking about it.
Well, America has to heal its race wounds. And people have to accept certain truths. Some people have to digest certain truths and enable for us to move on, right? Yeah. So there's things that the Black culture has experienced that has created a foundation of why certain things are harmful, right? There's even, I don't want to get into spirituality, but I'm a believer. And then there's some people traumatized. Like, they use the Bible to enslave Black people. And I'm like, man, I know the glory of God, right? So I know the difference between his intention and what man begot. You know what I'm saying? So we have to get to a point where people are able to accept certain things so we can move on and stop carrying the scars of these things, because they're keeping it, if you don't mind me to be transparent, it's keeping the Black community from progressing, because we've really been fully caught up in this internal war with each other. And it's really come from our pop culture, what we've been subliminally ingrained to. They threw enough Black men into movies and books that they said lived a down low life. Oprah had a week-long expose on the black down low male. Come to find out, the author of the book was exaggerating. He created a storyline of things so that he could sell books. And so, you hear these things. Black men are either in jail, dead, or on the down low. And when you look at the reality of all of these things, none of these things are predominantly true. And this is not a jab at any lifestyles or any particular things. It's when something is painted as a negative for a community, that's when it becomes detrimental, right? So we have to examine these things and see now, what do we see? We see more effeminate black male presentation. You can't get solid heterosexual black male presentation. Not that black male heterosexuality is perfection. It's just that as a community that has a marginalized history, that has a stereotyped history, we don't have equal representation of solid male solid male role models.
Right.
We get these pimp, hustler, homosexual, drug addict. These are the stereotypes we get riddled with. And then if you are a successful, educated black male, you are some way abusive, toxic, and patriarchal. All of the buzzwords.
All of the bad things.
All of the buzzwords.
All of the bad things. You know what? I love it. I want to check out more of it. Yeah, man. That's it's dope that you're doing that, because I do think it's a conversation that needs to be had. Yo, thank you. I feel like we ran the gamut. We talked about the battle rap stuff. We talked about inspiring these kids and trying to make sure that they know that discipline is something that they are going to need to survive and thrive in this world. We talked about your platforming and making sure that we go out and give the correct messages. We ran the gamut. We did so much. We even saw some of your battle rap from back in the day. Unfortunately, they don't have any video from our raps back in the day in high school. I wish they would have. We didn't even have cameras. That's how far back we were doing it. We didn't even have cameras back then.
We didn't have camera phones back then. But you know what's crazy? I never told the end of that story. I wrote a rap. I gave it to Joel. Joel helped me pair it up. Remember, I came back like 2-3 weeks later.
Yeah.
With my own rap. And it was pretty good. It was impressive. You know what I mean? It wasn't, like I tried to, show off a little bit because I'd never done it.
I think you got me. You mortally wounded me on that one.
I did. That was the start of an illustrious career.
Yeah. You mortally I was like, And as a matter of fact, I think that might have been my very last battle. I think that might have been the last. I think that might have ended it. We ended the season there.
Yeah. So thank you, brother. That's
a great story. And when you told me that, when we reconnected all those years later, and you told me that, I was like, damn, bro, I don't know. It's just heartwarming to know that you could affect somebody like that. And I had no idea. And I'm super glad that I know it now. Yeah. And I hope we continue to stay connected. I hope to see you at a show sometime.
In January, the 26th, you said, or 27th?
26th. It's the Friday the 26th. Hold on, let me see. Make sure it's on my calendar.
I'll add it to Google. Send me the journal. I'll add it to my Google.
I'll send it. Hold on. The 26th is a Friday. Yep. Friday the 26th of January. I will send it to the calendar. Let the people know. People come out to see me. I'm telling some jokes, new jokes. It'll be a good time. Everybody will have fun with it. I'm gonna have fun with it. We're gonna have a great time. We've done it all. I don't think there's anything left here to say except for blur that out.